Good morning. Well, it is 7:10 a.m. here in Sydney, and I have been up since about 5:15 a.m. I've just been on a awesome podcast, which will be broadcast in a few weeks' time. So I will share that link once that happens. But just off the back of being on that podcast this morning, I wanted to do a quick live which really gets into the heart of why do women end up living in their cars. Because I speak to so many women on a daily basis in my business as a women's money coach. And I also do a fair amount of speaking in groups. And the message that I bring to women in those talks is a really shocking one. And in those talks, we have a moment which I call the aha moment, where we look at the amount of time that that has passed that we've been working. So if you're 45, we've got a little graph like this, and time is running along that horizontal axis. And when you draw a line for where your age is, and you imagine that you scrub out all of that time that's gone, okay? And then we've got today's age, and then we look at how much time we're going to be retired for. So, you're unlikely to be working past 65, and we scrub out all that time to the right where you won't be working. What's left is a really small slice of time, okay? And that is what I call the aha moment, because if you do not have a good chunk of money right now invested, either in mutual funds so that they're earning compound interest for you, or in a retirement savings fund. So in Australia, that's called superannuation. In England, it could be your pension. So it just depends on the country that you're in. But either way, if you do not have a significant chunk of money invested, if you don't even know how much money you have in your retirement savings account, so forget the technical terms, forget superannuation, forget the pension, forget all of the technical mumbo jumbo that sits around these funds, and just think about it as a special savings account, which is earning a special type of interest called compound interest. Now, I've got a piece of paper here which tells me in Australia how much money you should have in your retirement savings at particular ages. She says, flicking through, looking for the piece of paper. All right, stand by. What's going to shock you is when I tell you the numbers. Remember, I live in Australia, so the numbers are in Australian dollars. So I would encourage you, if you're watching this from another country, to check out the numbers for your own country, because they could be slightly different. So in Australia, to live a comfortable retirement, and as women, I teach women to look at their own financial circumstances as if they are a single person. Okay, the reason that I do that is because when life throws you a curveball, 9 times out of 10, what's happening is you are ending up a single person with dependents if you have children. So your partner divorces you, your partner has an affair with his receptionist. Sorry guys, but cliches happen more often than I would even like to report. Or somebody has an accident, or there is a death. Heaven forbid that was to happen to you. But you know what? This shit happens every single day. Why do you think that it is not going to happen to you? I'm astonished that I can be in a group of 100 women and only one of them will take action. Only one of them will avail themselves of the free things that I offer. Only one of them will take up the phone call. As women, we just think that somebody else is going to take care of us. We think that it's going to be all right on the night, and it just baffles me. I don't get it. Anyway, so let's come back to this helpful little chart here. So in Australia, as a single woman, to retire comfortably at the age of 45, you should have $355,000 in your retirement savings fund. Now, as I said, it could be in superannuation, it could be in combined superannuation funds, it could be in a mutual fund investment. It's tracking the market, but it's earning better interest than a savings account. $355,000. So let me tell you why women end up living in their cars, because that is the title of this live video. Women end up living in their cars because in the time period where you could have made significant strides with your finances, i.e. from the time you were 18 till the time that you had children, you didn't do it. because you didn't get the education, you didn't seek the education out. Gender stereotyping meant that you chose a lower paying career. You're still exchanging time for money. So you turn up somewhere for an hour, you get paid for an hour, and you spend everything that you earn. You don't follow that age-old rule that our parents' generation followed, which is that you take 80%, brilliant, 20% is always invested in a savings of some sort. Now, I'm not an advocate for savings accounts. I want you investing that money. So that's reason one, because you didn't take advantage of that time. Now, if you have kids, I would encourage you to book them a call with me, a 1-hour financial deep dive, so that I can teach them everything that they need to know. I offer this as a graduation gift. Okay, mind blowing. Don't buy your kids a watch. Book them an hour with me, and I will teach your young people everything that they need to know so that they can establish great habits and not be in the same place that women are right now, which is 40% of women retiring in poverty, and women over 55 are the fastest growing group of homeless people. Listen to me again. Women over 55 are the fastest growing group of homeless people in Australia, and guess where they're living? They're living in their cars. All right, so that's point one. Point two is that we are still succumbing to gender stereotyping and that gender conditioning, which says that the man will take care of us. Our partner will take care of us. We're going to be married forever. We're going to ride off into the frickin' sunset and everything's going to be perfect. Well, that's awesome. But, you know, come on. How many of you watching this video have got friends who are divorced, friends whose husbands have had affairs on them, friends who are divorced or getting divorced and their husbands are hiding the money, friends who simply don't know anything about finances and cannot take care of themselves? Point two, gender stereotyping. This is why women end up living in their cars. All right, point three, we take time out of the workplace, and when we do, nobody is paying into our superannuation. We are not investing money for ourselves, and then we exacerbate it by spending every damn thing on our kids, on our partners, on our holidays, on our lifestyles, and we do not save for ourselves. Okay, so, you know, I really hope there's a penny dropping for you right now. I've got a freebie. It's available through the group. It's available on my page right at the top. It's free. Get it. Print it out. Yes, you have to give me your email address. No, I'm not going to spam you. Get the thing, print it out, and do 16 questions. It'll take you about 15 minutes. And if at the end of that you're saying, I am so in control of my finances, I don't even need this, then forward it to somebody who does, because I cannot believe that you don't know anybody that doesn't need to do the financial fitness check for women, which I've given you, which is free. I'll even give you a free 15-minute phone call to walk through it with you and to help you to create a really quick action plan for the top 3 red items in your checklist. Can't say fairer than that. All right, so I guess then the final thing is that we don't take action. So we end up living in our cars because when somebody like me is standing in front of you and you're in my group, you're on my page, you're consuming my content, the fact that you are still not taking action should tell you everything that you need to know, okay? Women don't take action. We just believe that everything is going to be okay. We put ourselves constantly to the bottom of the to-do list. And I just want to implore you to stop putting your financial future at the bottom of the to-do list, because it is just going to end in disaster, okay? So these are all the reasons why women end up living in their cars. I don't want you to be that person. If I know you personally, I love you, but I'm not coming to drink Prosecco in your car. So take action. That's the biggest thing that you can do right here today so that you don't end up living in your car. Have a great day. Bye.